Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we will be reading the longest comment I have ever seen. Anyway, let's begin. It's on the Fall Guys Fall Down the Stairs video. He's dead. Nah, but in 2020, Fall Guys became one of the biggest hits of what is sometimes referred to as, quote, the pandemic era of the gaming industry. While the platformer Battle Royale game fell off the radar a bit in 2021, Fall Guys' recent pivot to a free-to-play model has proven to be a huge success. Recent reports reveal that the game has even reached over 50 million players since the free-to-play transition occurred just 2 weeks ago. Of course, that also means that a lot more people are suddenly realizing that Fall Guys is built upon some truly disturbing lore. Pause. Man, this is long. This is gonna take a while. Now, it's perfectly possible to play and enjoy Fall Guys without ever thinking about its lore or world building. Indeed, the chaos of the average Fall Guys match often makes it difficult to focus on anything other than not falling down a pit for more than a few seconds. However, those who have been playing the game for the better part of the last 2 years have started to ask questions about what is actually happening in Fall Guys and who the Fall Guys themselves are. Well, the Fall Guys team admits that they didn't really craft intricate lore for the game ahead of its release. They've since been more than happy to answer a few questions people have about the aspect of the game. Unfortunately, the vast majority of those answers have proved to be troubling. Don't believe me? Well, here are a few things you should know about the darker side of Fall Guys lore. Skip ad. I clicked. Done. Okay. Null. The simple question, how tall are the Fall Guys, led to a terrifying reveal. Not long after Fall Guys was released, people started to ask how tall are the Fall Guys. While I'm not entirely sure why that question always seems to come up in relation to fictional characters. Remember the Lady Dimitrescu situation? The Fall Guys team was quick to respond to those queries with a seemingly simple answer. Add content continues below. Not entirely satisfied with the information, fans started asking even more questions about the Fall Guys autonomy and vital statistics. Said questions were again promptly answered by the Fall Guys team, though their response soon left many wishing they had never even bothered to ask those questions. Now, I don't like to throw the word abomination unless it's absolutely necessary, but I'm struggling to find another word that better describes the X-ray image. It's like someone wait, asked H.R.Gigger to draw the skeleton of a McDonald's chicken nugget. I mean, are Fall Guys just constantly in pain? Because that image really makes it look like they are constantly in pain. There's not a single part of that skeletal structure that is bending the way it's supposed to be bending. At the time, that image simply seemed like the developers' effective attempt to troll the Fall Guys faithful. Since then, though, we've learned a little bit more about Fall Guys lore, and every new bit of information suggests that image is closer to the rule rather than the exception. The Fall Guys eat through their feet. While you think, while you would think that the image above would eventually inspire fans to just stop asking questions about Fall Guys lore, some gamers just couldn't help themselves. Specifically, some Fall Guys players started to wonder how the Fall Guys ate food, given that they seemingly have no mouths, and presumably must scream. Unfortunately for all of us, Fall Guys community director was all too happy to answer that question via a disturbing Discord message. Before you start thinking that detail actually came from someone wayward Fall Guys fan who is determined to keep trolling the rest of us, you should know that the official Fall Guys Twitter account responded to that reveal with an all too enthusiastic confirmation of that information. Pause. Man, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. How much longer is it? How much longer is it? Oh my goodness, that's long. Let's just skip to the final paragraph. This is way too long. It's nice to know the Fall Guys have no shame. I suppose that's a side effect of enduring an eternal existence built around a universally broadcasted competition. But like to think that's not up to me to offer them basic garments by winning or spending a little money. Again, though, I'm honestly shocked that Fall Guys team jokingly offered that explanation before EA or Activision Blizzard threatened their fans with similar microtransaction friendly lore. And that's it. And the reply? Okay. Okay, so I found the guy's channel and we're gonna watch this video. Fall Guy Bean dies. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to highlight it here. Okay, let's watch it.
Mhm.
Okay. Bitcoin. Stocks going down. Rocket ship. Bitcoin going to space. Is that what it means? Okay. Let's see what this is. It's on the wall. Okay, now what? That a Rhapsody. That was so a raps. Bruh, why? That was so raps. I love that. We're gonna like that video and subscribe to the channel, notifications on. So, guy that commented, welcome to Bruh Town. If you're watching this video, congratulations, you have officially appeared in this video because of your incredibly long comment and of how incredibly loud that explosion was and how that made my ears go deaf.